Here are two checked numbers from a small order table: $230 in known completed accessories revenue and $3,060 across all categories. Both look simple. But an earlier formula returned $170, and one completed order still cannot be counted. The useful result is not a confident total. It is a total another person can trace, recalculate, and approve. By the end of this lesson, you can prepare a table for AI-assisted spreadsheet analysis, inspect a proposed formula and written insight, and independently verify two important results. You will leave with a data dictionary, cleaning log, checked sample, and verification record for your capstone. Our fictional Northstar Bicycle Company table begins with 11 imported rows. Before asking any analysis question, define what a row represents. Here, one raw row is one recorded order line. A source row ID tells us which imported row we are looking at, but it does not prove that the business event is unique. Rows R007 and R008 contain the same order details. After human review, the clean copy keeps one order line and preserves both lineage IDs as R007 bar R008. Next, define every column in a data dictionary, its meaning, expected format, whether it is required, and how analysis should handle it. The derived revenue column is quantity multiplied by unit price. If quantity is unresolved, revenue stays blank. Now apply 6 preparation checks. First, formats. R002 uses an ambiguous-looking date. In this authored fixture it means June 2, 2026, so the clean copy uses the unambiguous date June 2, 2026. With real data, confirm the meaning with its owner. Second, missing values. R005 has no quantity. Keep the row and the blank, but exclude it from known revenue totals until the owner resolves it. Third, duplicates. Remove R008 only because this fixture's business rule confirms it duplicates R007. Similar-looking rows are not enough. Fourth, categories. Normalize lowercase accessories to the approved accessories label. Fifth, remove the customer email column. Even though these addresses are fictional, contact details are unnecessary for this question. Sixth, keep the cancelled service row for lineage, but exclude it from completed revenue. The result is a separate clean copy with 10 retained rows, standardized dates and categories, 1 unresolved quantity, 1 cancelled row, preserved duplicate lineage, and no contact field. The raw file remains unchanged. Data preparation means making these decisions visible before a formula makes them harder to see. The cleaning log also records who made each decision and why. A cleaned row is an interpretation of the source, not a neutral rewrite. Another reviewer must be able to challenge or repeat it. Now ask one bounded question: calculate known revenue from completed accessories order lines. Supply the column definitions, the cleaned range, and the spreadsheet environment. Ask for an explained formula, the supporting source rows, missing value behavior, and a statement that does not claim a cause the table cannot test. The simulated AI proposal uses SUMIFS. That function adds values when matching rows meet several conditions. The proposed formula sums revenue in H2 through H10 when category in D2 through D10 is accessories and status in G2 through G10 is completed. It returns $170. The syntax looks reasonable, and the ranges begin on the same row. But AI output is still a proposal, not an approved result. Written in spreadsheet form, the proposal is equals SUMIFS, with H2 through H10 as the sum range, D2 through D10 matched to accessories, and G2 through G10 matched to completed. Reading each argument exposes exactly which cells the result can and cannot include. Inspect the formula's lineage. The clean table ends on row 11, while every range ends on row 10. The formula silently omits R011, 2 accessories at $30 each, completed, with $60 in line revenue. The failure is not the SUMIFS function. The failure is an incomplete range. Extend all three ranges through row 11. Do not extend only one range, because the sum and criteria ranges must stay aligned. The corrected formula sums H2 through H11, checks category D2 through D11, and checks status G2 through G11. It returns $230. Its supporting source rows are R002, R004, R009, and R011. Keeping those IDs beside the result makes output lineage inspectable. The corrected written formula is equals SUMIFS, with H2 through H11, D2 through D11 matched to accessories, and G2 through G11 matched to completed. The correction changes the ending row, not the question or the source values. The proposal also says a weekend promotion caused these sales. That sentence sounds like an insight, but the table has no promotion field, comparison period, or experiment. A total can describe what appears in this table. It cannot show why it happened. Remove the causal sentence rather than making it sound softer. The bounded statement is, in this fictional clean table, for completed accessories order lines with known quantities total $230. This small table does not show a cause or a broader trend. That statement includes its scope and limitation instead of turning correlation into cause. Use the same inspection pattern for any proposed formula. Check the selected columns, start and end rows, aligned ranges, filters, absolute references where relevant, blank behavior, and edge cases. Then ask which source rows and calculation support each written conclusion. Confident wording is not evidence, lineage is what lets a reviewer find a missing row. We have corrected the proposal. We have not verified it yet. For the first important result, ignore the AI output and recalculate from the 4 source rows. R002 is 2 times $25, or $50. R004 is 3 times $20, or $60. R009 is 4 times $15, or $60. R011 is 2 times $30, or $60. Together, those values equal $230. Now verify a second result with a different grouping. Known completed bicycle revenue is $2,750. Accessories is $230. Service is $80. The total is $3,060. Completed row R005 is excluded because quantity and line revenue are unresolved. We do not describe it as zero revenue. The cancelled service row is also excluded, and R007 bar R008 represents one retained sale with duplicate lineage, not 2 sales. The committed recalculation script provides another independent method. It reads the clean CSV, checks the schema, confirms 10 retained rows, recomputes line revenue from quantity and unit price, applies the category and status filters, and checks the expected totals. It reproduces $170 for the incomplete range, $230 for corrected accessories revenue, and $3,060 for known completed revenue. Agreement between methods increases confidence, but it does not remove the need for human review. Pre-Inair is the named spreadsheet reviewer. Her verification record connects each approved number to the formula, source row arithmetic, independent check, assumptions, limitation, and verdict. If she cannot confirm the row meaning, authorization, lineage, or an important calculation, the workflow stops and escalates instead of sharing a plausible number. Before using an external AI service, minimize the table to the fields required for the approved question. Use only data you are authorized to process, and follow your organization's rules for approved tools, retention, access, and sharing. Synthetic data in this demonstration does not mean a real external service is approved for your workplace. Accuracy, privacy, authorization, and final use remain human responsibilities. The repeatable process is, define and clean the table, preserve the source, ask one bounded question, inspect formula ranges and insight lineage, independently recalculate important outputs, and record assumptions and limitations. For your capstone, prepare a fictional, authorized, or minimized table. If your project has no spreadsheet, use an equivalent structured input and known answer check. Save a data dictionary, cleaning log, checked sample, and named human reviewer. Generate or write one quantitative result, expose one real test failure, and independently verify at least two important results. You are done when another person can reproduce the checks from source rows, understand every exclusion, and read a short summary that labels assumptions and limitations. In Lesson 6, we will protect a different kind of source, your original insight. We will adapt it for several formats and audiences without cloning generic content or losing the evidence and judgment that make it useful.